Hello Cancer, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy, and I am so happy that you have joined me here today for your weekly reading for November 17th to the 23rd. First of all, I want to welcome all of you. Those that are new, if you are returning, I am truly appreciative that you are taking the time to spend here with me today. But not only that, also sharing your energy with me as well. So thank you so very much for that. Now, before we get into your reading, I do want to mention that we do have the new moon in Scorpio. It takes place around November 19th. Now, this lunar energy brings emotional renewal, transformation. For some, it's an opportunity to release what no longer serves them. It really helps you to clear your path before we step into that brighter, more expansive Sagittarius season, which happens a few days later. Let's get right into your reading, Cancer. We're going to begin, like we always do, with your angel message and angel number. It is a number we will reveal at the end of the reading. Oh, interesting. There we go. You know, when it happens like that, I have to take the last two. All right, so you are going to have two angel numbers that are going to be the very important numbers. A lot of the times they will coincide, but it all depends on what the energies are that are coming in for the week. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Now we are going to get your angel message. Now this is the message the angels want to share with you prior to us really getting deep into your reading. So let's find out the message that angels want to share with you, Cancer. Spirit guides. That one almost wanted to come out. There we go. Obstacles. But the nice thing to see about this is it says that obstacles are now falling away easily. All right, it says the angels remind you that you are a highly capable person and that there is nothing that you can't overcome and achieve when you set your mind to it. The obstacles you have faced are lessons which have taught you about your own strength and resilience. What a very uplifting message to begin this week's messages for you. So we're going to put it right there. Now we're going to gather your major arcana card. Now, so what I do, and for those of you that are returning already know this, but this is the Tarot of Dreams deck. I've pulled the 22 major arcana cards out, and now we're going to find out the main energy surrounding you, Cancer, for this week. Let's see what Spirit would like to share. And you got the Lovers card. All right, Lovers. Lovers is Gemini energy. It is number 6. Now this really has a lot of different meanings. And I think as we unfold the messages that are coming in for you this week, we'll get a better understanding of what Spirit is trying to say. But the context of the Lovers is exactly like you see it. It can be about partnerships, and it can be about intimate partnerships, friendships. It can be, Lovers doesn't have to be that sense of that intense sense of intimacy either. It can be the love that you share with someone. So the Lovers card can certainly, reflect upon partnerships. But it also can be about choices and decisions that you are faced with, and that could be what's coming in this week. And if you have been maybe having some obstacles about certain decisions or choices, this could be the week where those are falling away easily. Maybe the answers or the clarity that you're looking for is coming in. We are still in Mercury retrograde for another week or so, at least until the end of November. So again, you might be still just be gathering all your information, taking a step back, getting a clearer vision of things before moving forward. But let's keep going. We're now going to gather your energies. So let's see what your energies are. And then we'll get into the tarot. So let's find out what those energy cards are for you, Cancer. What is it you would like to share with the beautiful sign Cancer for the week of the 17th to the 23rd, or really whenever it resonates for you? Spirit guides, thank you, thank you. And of course, we'll look at the bottom of the deck as well, and we'll get into that in just a moment. Not shocked to see partnership, kindred partnership, since we have the Lovers. I did say it would be nice to get some cards to kind of confirm sort of what Spirit means by lovers. So the obstacle for some of you could be, now maybe what I should be doing is telling you what these cards are first. Okay, let's explain them. We've got number 5, intention, and it's the back and forth. We all feel it every once in a while. Sometimes we're going back and forth with choices and decisions. We're going back and forth with information. Maybe we're getting some information some days and then we have to kind of put a hold on it. It could be your circumstances financially. It can be with communications, certainly in Mercury retrograde. Back and forth can be really any energy where you feel like you can't seem to get a resolution. And this could be why the obstacles card is what they're trying to express to you right before any of these cards were laid down. It is reminding you that you are capable and that there is nothing that you can't overcome or achieve. Which means that if you are, if the obstacle that some of you are facing has something to do with back and forth energy, maybe with a choice or decision or with some sort of partnership, and again, that can be love, it can be business, it can certainly be friendships, it can be really any type of working in collaboration with someone. You could be going back and forth with something. Maybe it's an idea, and just because we're going back and forth, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that's bad, okay? I mean, it can be just that we have to come to some sort of arrangement. We have to come to some sort of agreement. And maybe this is just what is going to result in this is consistent communication throughout the week in order to get some sort of resolution as well. So I think that this is quite interesting, especially since the Lovers and the kindred partnership, I'm really feeling like this is gelling quite nicely together. Now at the bottom of the deck, you do have number 4, consciousness, which is great gratitude. And I always see this as blessings coming in, and it's the multitude of messages that are coming your way. And with great gratitude, it's because you're very appreciative of what's coming in. It means that messages are coming in. Maybe the answers to the questions or maybe the answers to help you resolve this back and forth energy are coming in. And showing great appreciation, showing that great sense of compassion just brings things in. I don't want to say easier because easier is just too simplified. I think that what energy you actually put out, Cancer, into the world, with your friendships, with your family, with love, with business, with choices, with decisions, all of that good-hearted energy is coming back. And that's what that great gratitude is. All right, the blessings are coming back for you. All right, we're going to now get into your tarot cards. We are going to start with the first row. Now, with your weekly readings, I do it like the beginning, middle, and end of week, but please use your own intuition to guide you through the messages. We're going to get 2 cards for each row, and then we're going to clarify each one. So let's start with the first row. See what's happening here for you, Cancer. All right. Well, there's a lot of love already. Oop, those 2 go together. All right. You're healing from something. Could be back and forth energy for sure, but I feel like the resolution here, the obstacle or the challenge is being healed. Now we still have to clarify these, remember, but I'm just going to give a little, let's kind of get a little bit of an understanding here with what's come on the table here. So we've got the 3, the Empress, which of course is a major arcana card. This is the most abundant queen in all of the deck. So it really is showing abundance in many different facets of your life. Can be emotional abundance, spiritual abundance. It certainly can be love for friendships, family. It can be for lovers as well, especially if you're in an intimate relationship. It's about expansion and growth, and there is a sense of abundance around it. Ruled by Venus, I really feel like this has a lot to do with your heart chakra, opening up and communicating. Okay, that's going to be a very big key to things. The obstacles a lot of people seem to face, and it could be just because it's our mindset. When we hear Mercury retrograde, we feel like communications seem to fall apart. But in actuality, I feel like there actually can be that time to step back and really assess things better, a clearer mind. We're almost really slowing things down so that we can get a better grasp on things. And I feel like with the Empress, it's really calling out to you that I feel like there is some sort of really positive message coming in here that might clear up something for you so you no longer feel like you're juggling. Now, with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords, okay, so swords are all about communications as well. They can be about our mindset and our thinking, our thought processes. The Seven of Swords traditionally is a card of deceit, feeling like somebody has kept secrets or has deceived us in some way, but I feel like there's a healing energy. These two cards came out together. Now, with the Seven of Swords being highlighted in the background with this beautiful sun energy, okay, because that's what that is. It's a warm, inspiring energy. It's very enthusiastic. It can be that something is being resolved here. I feel like, honestly, there might be a better way of getting the answers that you need. And through this better course of action, okay, so the better course of action that's coming in is bringing peace and blessings as well. A time of healing. So I feel like something certainly is healing right in the beginning days of the week. Let's now get your clarifying cards so that we have a better idea of what each of these means as well. So let's start with the Empress. This is for Cancer. Thank you. And you got the Princess of Coins. So the Princess of Coins can as well be the deliverer of messages. Princesses or pages, again, there's no gender with any of them, can really be more, it's new energy, okay? Because they're not mature yet. They're very innocent. They're very naive, very young, all right? That's the energy behind it. So I believe this could be something like a new idea. You yourself could be planting seeds for a new idea, some sort of new concept, new creative plan. It could even be a new relationship for some of you, absolutely. And those relationships can extend in so many different ways, and it will be different for each of you, Cancer. It can be the relationship you have with a family member. Maybe it's a child or a grandchild. You know, it could also be your willingness and your eagerness to start something new, maybe going for almost taking on a new education or searching out a new way of doing something. Because I feel like you, honestly, with the Seven of Swords underneath, I almost feel like you are coming up with a new concept or a new way of thinking about your life, where you want to take it. What is the next, stance that you want to take on something? You've been going back and forth on something. So have some of you been, and you can answer this in the comments if you wish, but have some of you been contemplating a job change, or have you been contemplating a move, something where it's going to, where you want to really plant more solid roots? Okay, so let me know, especially if some of you are really thinking of taking on more of an educational pursuit, or I'm even getting like, almost really writing a memoir or journalizing or writing a book or something, and you're going back and forth. And it could be something that, is going to require some sort of a partnership in order to really get the ball rolling. Keep me posted. Now, let's get the clarifier for the Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords. I really feel you are healing from something quite nicely here, and I believe that's the obstacle that maybe you've been facing. And you have to remember that the obstacles are now falling away easily. They're falling away easily because I feel like you're connecting maybe with the right people, and the most important thing is the messages that you need to help you discover this are actually coming in. So let's get the clarifier for the Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. It's to do with partnerships. A lot of partnership here. Again, please take it how it resonates for you, whether it's a spiritual plan, whether it's a partnership with work, or, we partner with people on all different levels throughout our lifetime. We partner with our friends during certain times. Sometimes we partner with our lovers, the people that we're in intimate relationships with. We also go through times where we partner with family members on certain things as well. And I feel like you are healing from something, and it's something to do with a partnership that you've been going back and forth with. Okay, so partnership, take it as it is. And I feel like you're finding a better way to achieve the results. Okay, it's something, again, to do with some sort of a partnership. Let's keep going, because, again, if we feel we need a little bit more clarity, we will do so. Let's get the next two cards. So the middle of the week. All right, let's see what's happening as we move through to the middle of the week. Of course, in the middle of the 17th, I guess we would be looking at very pretty much around the new moon energy. Sorry that I paused there for a moment, because I'm thinking, you know, we're sort of entering that phase of the new moon, or just after that new moon in Scorpio. And of course, we know that Scorpio brings a lot of emotional renewal and transformation. So we could be seeing a lot of transformation around that time. All right. In the center of the reading here, we've got the King of Pentacles. All right, this is all about long-term stability, really planting roots. And I feel like there's some sort of change. There's something you've been going back and forth. It's a decision or a choice on where to take your life, the next step, the next phase, excelling things in your life financially, building a home, building a stronger position at work, building your own business. Again, it could be that you have decided that you want to subsidize your income somehow with another project. It's almost like you're taking on some sort of other project to enhance things, to create more, to solidify something, to really create something very strong. I feel like there's a lot of creativity coming in here as well. So I think a lot of you have the ability to express yourself through some sort of creative project. Now, the King of Pentacles is earth energy, so it is very grounded. It's very practical, and it does sort of set plans in such a way. I feel like you're rooting something down here, and the creativity comes from the Empress. The Knight of Wands is really the wanting to take the action. It's the adventurous side of what it is you're doing. You know, wanting to really, you're ready to achieve something, and you're ready to maybe also go with the flow a little bit more. Let's keep going. Let's get the card for the King of Pentacles. And now you've got the Magician. This is a powerful time for you. And again, you know, like I hesitated, and I know that I did, because I was trying to think to myself, okay, we're starting this week off at the 17th, which means the Wednesday is going to be the new moon energy. And, you know, with the Magician coming up, I feel this is going to be a great time to manifest your plans. The plans that you've been wanting to put into action, okay? Because the Knight of Wands is about putting things into action. That King of Pentacles, there's a plan of some sort. It has something to do with manifesting. And if you've been questioning and you've been going back and forth on your ideas because maybe you feel you didn't have the tools to, you know, bring something to fruition, the Magician is a reminder of how much you are the creator and how much you are a visionary. And with the magic that surrounds you around this new moon cycle, this really is a great time for that transformation. And it really is a great time to open up and really set those, look for the opportunities, because I think there's going to be opportunities, and I think you really just need to figure out how to go for it. Let's look at the Knight of Wands here. It's the taking action. It's the adventurous side of things. It's very much Sagittarius energy. And of course, as we move through the rest of the week, we will be entering Sagittarius season. Princess of Swords. Okay, so the Princess of Swords, again, is about communication. So I'm loving to see this, because it's the communication that's going to help block or break the cycle of the back and forth. Some sort of insight or truth and a message that's coming that's going to help you to figure out how you can get the ball rolling. It could be a contract. It could be some sort of paperwork or documentation that comes in through some sort of message. The message could come in through an email. I feel like it's going to be sort of written out in some way. And it's a message. She's looking to the right. So it's going to be interesting to see what that next card is. So let's get the last part of the week. The last two cards here, and then we're going to clarify. Got the one at the top there, and then we'll get the next one. Ooh, something's coming to a close. So you're putting an end to something, you know, and this is all about releasing what no longer serves you. Some sort of information that's coming in is going to really help release something for you. It's a blessing that's in disguise. Oh, and you've got the Strength. All right. So we've got the 8, which is the Strength card, and then the 10 of Swords underneath. Sometimes it's painful to let things go, but it's the universe and your angels are really showing their support through reiterating how much strength you have. Now, as a reminder, now, there's a couple of messages coming through, so I have to make sure that I pace myself, because I do get a little excited sometimes. All right. We know that you have the strength, because right before we started the reading, the angels were reminding you that you are highly capable, and that there is nothing that you can't overcome and achieve when you set your mind to it. All right, so that's showing the strength, your resiliency, and it even says that the life lessons that you have learned have taught you about your own strength and resilience. So this and this card are actually working in combination together. There is something that you must release, and sometimes when we have to release something, it's not always a person or a situation or a job. Sometimes it's our own thought processes. Maybe there's a message that's coming in that's going to free you from whatever has been blocking you from moving forward. Let's get to your clarifying card here with the strength. I feel like there's a message coming in that's going to set you free. You've been holding on to something that you must let go of. And you got the Four of Swords again. You see there's a lot of healing energy, a lot of restful energy here, and a lot of blessings. And I think that has a lot to do with the consciousness, great gratitude. You've got 444 here. All right, so keep 444 as an important number as well. There's a reason they're all in connection with each other. And I feel like this is the strength, the resiliency that you've had to face something, to overcome the obstacle, which makes sense because the obstacle is having to let go of what no longer serves you, but you're able to do it. And what comes with that is that great sense of peace. And that peace comes for you spiritually and emotionally and physically. And it's really almost feeling like a huge weight is lifted. Let's see what the clarifying card here is with the 10 of Swords. And you got the 4 of Coins, another 4. So I want you to really pay attention to 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, that's a very, very important number. Now, when we think of numerology in the terms of fours are about stability and foundation. All right, they can be about structure, security, and discipline. Now, with the 4 of Coins, okay, coming up as the clarifier with the 10 of Swords, Cancer, what this is saying is that you're holding on very tightly to something that might be very painful to let go. And this is why you're going back and forth. Now, your angels are reassuring you that the obstacles that you are facing are falling away easily because of your own strength and resiliency. And we're seeing that there is, the possibility here of really being able to heal this if you are able to find the strength to let go of what no longer serves you, because transformations want to take place. You can see all the beautiful butterflies here. There's a fresh, new, beautiful energy here. This green is all your heart chakra. All right, and what that's saying is that sometimes we hold on to things and our heart wants to expand. The Empress is the first card. Our heart wants to expand with the things that we love, that show joy, something new. But if we're holding on to something that no longer serves purpose in our life, we must figure out how we release that and set ourselves free. And in turn, you will see the blessings in disguise. And honestly, with the angel numbers, 4444 is usually blessing in disguise as well. So there is a lot of synchronicities with your reading this week. Beautiful energies here. All right. Let's find out what your angels would like to reassure. They're confirming something for you here with the reading. This is the Angels and Answers deck. Let's see what they want to share with you. Special message for Cancer now that we have, all the cards laid out. I'm loving to see confirmation of the word yes. All right. And within the next few months. All right, so this is going to be the beginning of something tremendous for you. Not everything transpires quickly. Sometimes things happen in divine time. You are certainly setting a precedence here this month. And I feel like this kindred partnership, this Lover's card, the 2 of Cups shows that there is very much a connection, whether it's family, whether it's love, whether it's spiritual, but there is a connection around you that just makes things feel that much softer, that much more loyal, that much more understanding. And it's also showing you that with partnership, sometimes there can be better ways to get resolutions as well. Within the next few months, I feel like you're going to feel the healing energies as well. And it's showing that yes, you are on the right track here. All right, that yes, there could be a new way of looking at an idea or a plan. And that yes, you have the tools that you need to create your vision for your long term. And that yes, the messages are coming in that are going to help clear up anything that you've been holding on to tightly to, that you know in your heart of hearts no longer serves you emotionally. And that you do have the strength to find your way through this. And that the lessons you've learned have built up that strength and resiliency. So if you are faced with any choices or decisions, Cancer, for this week, the choices and decisions are really going to feel clear. And that once you make that, everything will start to fall into place within the next few months. All right, beautiful energies. All right, we know 4444, definitely, without a doubt. Whether or not there were more numbers here, it doesn't matter, because those are the numbers that you must definitely think about. Now, and then along with that, you also got a number 1144. So there's no doubt that 1144, 4s are very important. High vibes. Okay, nice to see the high vibes. It says divine intervention, and we can see that. Prosperity, big ventures, fated events, faith, purpose, and higher calling. It says love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like-minded people, and those are all the partnership energies here, will exceed your expectations, right? They're going to see things. They might even help you change the way you see things. Oh my goodness. And then you got 1111. And I would like to make note that I am actually posting this on I'm doing your reading on November 11th. So to see all these 11s is incredible. And then for the Magician card to come up as well, there is no coincidence with that. This is all about your wishes coming true. So it says moderation, patience, flowing, self-realization, manifestation, gateway, and taking action. All right, perfect. It says you are in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. So it even says it right in the card. I kid you not. All right, I'm going to just put those up there. Cancer, I want to thank you so very much for joining me for your weekly reading. If this reading resonates in any way, shape, or form, please leave comments. Let me know and support the channel by liking, sharing, subscribing. And until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.